Good morning and welcome to your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot here on Astrology Motivation. Please be sure that you're subscribed to both channels so that you can participate in the live chat. The live chat here goes up many different times throughout Monday through Friday. So the only way that you'll know that I'm live is if you actually subscribe and get the notification. So also be sure that you have selected all notifications. This is a daily tarot card reading. It's a general tarot card reading for anyone. Good morning, the traveling blossom. Good morning. It's a general tarot card reading for anybody that needs to hear it. It really is for all zodiac signs. It's an energy reading. So the energy is going to call to you. And if it's a message that you need to hear, you have questions in your mind, you have questions on your heart that you're just aching for answers to, you will pull this reading to you. So it'll pop up in the algorithm, it'll pop up randomly, it'll find you. So that's how you get connected to this energy. If you like these readings, then please do subscribe, because then you can participate in the live chat. And if you're not participating in the live chat, because it always takes place at a time when you're not online, please leave a comment, because I still want to hear what you have to think. I still want to hear how the energy is impacting you. If you just want to see the tarot card reading, then by all means, just, go right to when the tarot card reading begins. You'll see it when I pick up the cards. But first, I'm going to go over some astrology to let you know the baseline energy that's impacting you today. And then we'll get into the tarot card reading and we'll enjoy the live chat. What's up, Maricela? Good morning. Hi, Angel. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Shah. I'm so glad to be able to see you guys. I do have a meeting at 10:30, so this might be a shorter reading. It depends. The readings go from like a half hour to an hour, so we never know. But I hope everybody's having a really good day. I had a really tiring day yesterday. It was a really difficult Monday for me. I don't think it was bad in any way. Good morning. I have some serious questions and I feel like I'll receive some guidance. Good. All right. All right. Let's get into I was actually surprised. The Scorpio reading was beautiful, but I was surprised by the Libra and Sagittarius reading. They weren't so beautiful. And I think it's just because of what is impacting the energy right now. I thought that let's put it this way. Scorpio, Libra, and Sagittarius readings will be up and live on Born Without Boundaries Tarot, all of them by 12 noon this afternoon, Central Time. That's a little earlier, clearly over on the West Coast, and it's a little bit later on the East Coast. But around that time, they'll be up. The Scorpio reading was absolutely brilliant. And you can see, Pluto is sextile to Jupiter. This is like getting things done and being fortunate. This is wonderful energy for Scorpios. But Libra is not in the same position. Ruled by Venus, there is just this energy of there's dynamic change. So it could be either good or bad, or however you perceive it, but there's dynamic change, and it's coming hard, and it's coming quick. And Sagittarius is in sort of not the same place, actually. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so Jupiter is now in Pisces. It's dreamier, it's slower moving. It's also in retrograde still, so it's also more spiritual. And so it's more about an opening or an understanding of life. I know everybody wants tarot card readings that say this major thing is going to happen every week. They're not like that every week. And so they were just really interesting readings. And I was surprised because I wanted to give everybody these amazing good news for the full moon. And I don't think that's what it is. I think we're burning up energy until the full moon on next Tuesday, where things will pop and actually start to then decompress, dissipate, and get better. But for now, there's still this buildup, and we can't escape it. So let me get into the astrology for today. Today is Tuesday, November 1st. Rabbit. I hope everybody said that as soon as they woke up this morning. It's just a little way to start your month with good luck. So if you don't do it this month, do it next month. Today we have Uranus in direct opposition to the Sun conjunct Venus. The sun conjunct Venus is moving apart, and Venus has surpassed the sun. It's higher in the degrees. So it's almost like now the Venus is not being burned up by the sun, like her energy isn't being associated or sucked up by the self. In a sense, now it's just more the natural dynamic of Venus and the sun being very optimistic, beautifying, being very just pleasant energy, but it's in direct opposition to Uranus, which means things are changing, which means that pleasant is a little bit weirder than we normally interpret it as, and that we're starting to see these unexpected dynamics and getting really comfortable with change. And I think that that's really what the universe is prepping us for, is to see the beauty in change. Mercury is opposite the South Node in Scorpio. It is quincunx Mars today. I think there's a lot of things that we're going to discover that we haven't done, that we thought we did, that we didn't do right, that we thought we did. We thought we had the answers, and now we're discovering that we really didn't. And those answers are coming, but it's also frustrating because we will have to change gears. We have quincunx between Neptune and Mercury. No. Neptune and the sun, which will remain actually, and Jupiter and the South Node. Yeah, this is about expansion. This is about, it's time for us to change. It's time for us to get out of these comfort zones that we've stuck ourselves in. And it's almost like the universe knows that we can't do it ourselves. So we need help. We need help with the direction. We may be really lost in the dark. So what does that mean? Signs and synchronicities, take breaths, just, go with your instincts, trust your intuitions. Because really it isn't about hardcore facts. I think the hardcore facts, like the proof is in the pudding, kind of the hardcore facts are like still being dug up in some ways. We do have that beautiful trine between Mars retrograde and Saturn still, which means discovering and appreciating those things that have already been done. It's a slowdown period. What can I say? It really is a period of like slow down, of let things not happen as quickly, of be like, it's almost like quality control. I always talk about Saturn, like quality control. It's all like, let things happen slower. What have you already done? And realize, sometimes you've done what you can do and you just have to wait for it to be appreciated. And it is going to be appreciated. I think there's a lot of just cloudiness around our action and actions we've taken, a lot of uncertainty. And that's because of the squares to Mars between Neptune and Jupiter, just squaring Mars and confusing things and making things feel like they're happening all at once. And it's just like, slowing yourself down is really going to help right now. Letting things peter out and relax and rest a while is really going to help out. In other words, today is a good day to use the fact that things are moving slower to your advantage. You don't have to rush things, and you have more time to think about things, and you should. With Mercury in Scorpio, it's really wonderful to take time to dig deeper and get deeper answers. Yeah, it's almost compelling us to not make quick decisions, right? It's more about discovery than anything else. And personal discovery too. It's just odd. Like the energy is odd. It's odd. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it definitely is something that's going to be difficult for us to trust because of how odd it is, because it's so different. It's not even something that we even recognize. And overall, I would say that that's a good thing, but it is still challenging because it's foggy. Like we don't know how to behave in this energy. So I would say this: go through your day, move through your day, the way you would drive a car in the fog, very slowly, one step at a time. Make decisions as you are able to see things, and don't feel like you're behind. Don't rush yourself. It's just an energy that is new and different, and honestly, it hasn't settled yet. So things haven't necessarily come to be. The problem is this, where I would normally say, direct it, make decisions, decide what's going to happen. That's not possible right now. There's too much fate, there's too much karma, there's too much, higher planetary input that is directing where the flow is going to go. The problem is, I don't think it's fully made up its mind yet. I don't think it's fully, completely been realized yet. So faith is our only way forward, and taking it slow is really good right now. This is not a warning. This is actually like, consider it dance instructions. Your tempo has slowed down. You can't, therefore, you can't, or you shouldn't. It's going to look awkward if you try to dance at the same tempo that we've been accelerating at throughout the summer and early fall. So it's like, you've got to allow yourself to just slow down and get with this tempo now, and then things won't seem so weird. I think the problem is, we want to rush. We want the answers. The fog is an uncomfortable place. Close your eyes and walk in faith. It won't be that uncomfortable. Okay, let's get into the cards, and let's catch up on some of these things. Got the flu on Sunday. There's a lot of flu that's happening, actually. It's interesting. So Neptune is square to Mars, and Mars is in retrograde. That is an energy suck. It is an energy drain. So yeah, it's like, it's slowing everybody down, Tina. There is a lot of flu in the air. A lot of, like, especially congestion. So Neptune usually rules not blood, but like fluid, like lymphatic stuff. And Mars is in Gemini right now, which controls, like, I think it's the lungs. So if you're getting chest infections, if you're getting even upper like head infections, because Mars rules the head, Aries is associated with the head. If you're getting just things are schlocky, that could be happening too. And once again, I think it's a device, because it's a challenge. It's a square, right? So it's a device of the universe to get us to slow the fuck down, or to challenge us. But I swear to God, I think it's to slow us the fuck down. And even if we want to push through it, we're not going to be able to push through it as quickly as we want. It takes some fucking time, especially for those hard-headed people, especially for like Aries. People with strong Aries placements are going to be feeling this a lot. Aries rising, Aries sun, they're going to be feeling schlocky. They're going to be actually physically feeling this, because it's just a means to slow you down. As fast as you want to go, you can't go this fast. And why is it trying to slow you down? To basically get you to sort of I don't know, it's just to slow, let me put it this way, stop. It's just to slow you the fuck down and get you to do things better and get you to trust in a slower pace. And it's almost just to make you wait. I gotta say, can I say this? It's like the lines at Disney. It's like the lines at Disney. The universe knows things are going to be slow. So it's doing things to make it make more sense. Make the slowness make more sense. Getting sick makes the slowness make more sense. You can't move as fast. Being very distracted, being very dreamy, it's making you slow down. It is intentional. It is happening intentionally, because we've missed something. We really have. And it's almost like, stop doing so much extra work when you've really done the bulk of the work that you have to do. You've really done it. So stop pushing so hard. It's just devices that like lines at Disney. You know how they always have all of these animatronics and things to distract you from the wait time? So that's what the universe is throwing at us. It's throwing at us distractions from the wait time. So if you're sick, you're not going to want to move so fast. You're not going to You're not going to be thinking, oh, I'm not catching up. You're going to be thinking, I just want to sleep. If you're distracted and dreamy, this is legitimate distractions, right? Of all these things. This is Jupiter square Mars, all these things that I want to do, but you can't really settle on one. It's like it's doing it intentionally. That's what the square is. It's making it, it's an intentional challenge for what? For these changes that are coming. I feel like it's lessening the impact of the change. It's making it softer for us. I know it's like by distracting us with these mundane things, it's actually making the impact of the changes softer on us. Why? Because the changes have to happen. These are changes we can't miss. These are changes that we are fate, so that we don't have a choice of them. But the universe wants us to accept it. It wants us to incorporate it. So it's slowing us the fuck down so the impact doesn't feel like something horrible and destructive. Because the truth is, it's not. Change can feel that way, but this is actually stuff that we've needed. It's stuff that has been buried. It's like digging it out. It's wanting us to go deeper so that we don't mess things up and muddy things any further. The only way out is through, and the only way through Scorpio is dig, accept the beneath the surface kind of darkness. So it's just sort of lessening the blow for us. But yeah, you could definitely expect head, chest colds. Yeah, my son is an Aries rising, and he has one too. He gets his yearly sinus infection. He's got his sinus infection. He's an Aries rising. So I'm not surprised that this is happening. It's interesting today, especially because the moon is going to be conjunct to Saturn. And that means both the moon and Saturn are trine to Mars. And that has a slow, almost lethargic, almost cast back to the good old mom and dad days. Interestingly enough, I would think a lot of nostalgia is going to happen today, to be totally honest with you. Please don't be frustrated with yourself. Let things be longer and take more time. Let's get into the cards. Good morning, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry you didn't get to celebrate Halloween, Tina. But I'm happy that you're taking care of yourself and you're allowing yourself to rest. 3 of Pentacles, working really hard and people seeing it and appreciating it or getting ahead at work. This is about diligence. And this is about actually happiness and a balance. 3 of Pentacles is a beautifully balanced energy. And then we have strength, which is by the full moon. In other words, whatever you've been working on is growing stronger. It's strengthening right now. It feels like it's muddy. It's not. It's still gaining momentum. And then Ace of Cups is here, which something is growing. Summary. Something is growing. Ace of Cups is your cup is filled. This is romance. This is marriage. This could be new partnership, the beginning of a beautiful partnership. Something has been growing. Eight of Swords is here, and this is something's been growing that you were disconnected from. That's really interesting. If you felt, I don't know, there's abandonment, there's somebody walked away or felt like somebody walked away, but it's like, or somebody's at a distance, but it's been growing. 7 of Cups, I don't think you two know or understand what's been happening. Like you're both distracted. You both got things wrong. It's like 2 people who have made assumptions that are incorrect. They both feel abandoned, and it's bullshit because somebody does still really appreciate you. Interesting. We have Princess of Wands, which indicates this is our central energy for the day. It indicates, hold on, let me do this. It indicates that, yeah, there's a new beginning. There's a new start. There's a fresh start. We're starting over. New idea, new passion, new spark. It's naive. It's not necessarily strong. It's just new, starting over, new beginning. Then we have 10 of Pentacles here, which has to do with something with a house, has to do with something with a home. Why it came out over here? Because it had started a while ago. 10 of Pentacles is here with maybe even a relationship, family togetherness, family strength, but money also coming in. Especially those situations where we felt really disconnected from, we're able to start getting back into it today. 6 of Wands is we'll do well. There's no reason to think we'll fail, because this is it's time to come out. It's time to start getting back into doing those things that are really fulfilling, or you're finally going to be able to start getting back in the game. Or today is the day that you start, feeling better enough to maybe get back to work. Interestingly enough, appreciate it more after the break. This could also very well be a relationship. And 2 people here then would not have known that they would have felt really completely disconnected from the other. They would not have known that the other cared or wanted the other. I think both of you feel, yeah, so this is it. 6 of Wands is coming out. And so in other words, it's like almost coming out and saying and admitting and showing, this is how I feel. This is what I want. Meanwhile, you're sitting here heartbroken and you feel like the opportunities have just been completely taken from you. Your thoughts are like, wow, this person undermined me, or I've been undermined, or there's, it's useless. It's like you're breaking your own heart, when in reality, you're going to get these messages of, no, you succeeded. Everything is going to be good. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that energy. And that's what I got a lot of in Sagittarius. This kind of murky interpretation of what's happening in life right now. It's almost like a very pessimistic understanding of what's happening in life, when the energy is actually optimistic. Things are actually moving faster than you think, or they're better than you think, but it's almost like you don't want to plan on that. There's just this murky craziness in the air that's just like, oh, I don't know. It's like it's too good to be true. We've buried this part of our heart and we're just starting to hear it beat again. We're almost treating that like that's the bad thing, as opposed to the fact that it's a good thing. But I think this is because, Scorpio, we've suffered a lot of pain. We've suffered a lot of disappointment, whether this is a person that you're experiencing with, or something to do with your profession. What's coming up today is new hope, but we're afraid to hope because hope is a devil. Hope is not this wonderful thing that it's been made out to be. It can be very deceptive. It can be very much, leading you to get your hopes up when that's not the reality. So I think we're really resigned right now to, we don't want to get our hopes up. We're almost playing hard ass with the universe and saying, well, you reveal it to me, because I'm not doing this again. I'm not being tricked again. And that's okay. That's okay. And that's what moving slowly is going to do for us today. That's what moving slowly and taking time and saying, listen, quality control, you reveal yourself to me. The problem is, if this is with people, like a person, and you're both feeling like the other rejected the other, and you don't realize that you're still both interested in each other in some way, no one's going to come out and say it. It's almost like the both of you feel like the other did something wrong. But at the same time, there's still feelings there. So with the relationship interpretation, this could be the most difficult of the scenarios, simply because it's really personal. And then things are going to happen through the internet. I know this because Uranus is happening. Uranus and Mercury are about to go into opposition by the end of this week. Things are going to be coming out via the internet. There's going to be some sort of exchange online, which could open up a door for both of you simultaneously just to say hi. Just to say hi. It's almost like leading the both of you to the place that you need to be. So that could be a really interesting scenario, but that will happen over the week. It will not happen right now. But this is just a sense of, it's almost like you care for somebody, but you don't want them to know, or somebody cares. No, no, no. This would be you both caring for each other, but not wanting the other to know, because you're assuming things that are incorrect. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're assuming things that are incorrect. You assume things about this somebody that is incorrect. Now, when it comes to work, business, starting over new, this is somebody like that had rejected you, still thinking about you. And this is a sense of victory, success, where you thought you'd lost, where you thought you'd failed, where you thought your chances were none. No, there's some clarity here. There's some action to be taken. There's some success available. And the clarity of that can start coming today. You'll start to see a little bit of clarity. Now, you're not going to run right toward it, because once again, you're like, pessimistic, but almost like realistic pessimistic. Like, first of all, it's foggy. I don't want to run anywhere because I don't want to run into anything, right? So I'm not, okay, you know what? If the opportunity is really mine, it's going to be there. If I take time and walk slowly, I'll get through the fog. I see the light. I'm just not rushing to it. So it's almost like a pessimistic optimism. No, it's a pessimistic optimism. I see the light. It makes my heart happy that it's there, but it's light through the fog. So I don't know where this light is coming from. And in the past, I've been very young and very naive, and I have run straight toward it. And guess what? It was the light on the front of a train. And I crashed and burned and got destroyed. So this point on, I love that I see the light. That's great. Thank you, light. But ultimately, I am going to continue to walk slow, because if the light is for me, it will be there for me. Okay? It will not rush me. It is already mine. So what is already mine, nobody can take. So it's not even pessimism so much as just, it's like 9 of Wands energy. Could I be more of a tarot reader? It's 9 of Wands energy. I've been through too many battles. I've been through too many scars. It's not that I'm completely shut down, but ultimately I don't want to take on anything else. I don't want to burden myself with hope. I'm just going to realistically, one step at a time. And that's what the fog is for. It's like, thank you, fog. It's slowing you down so that you remember not to rush into anything that could be false, because there are still false things out there. And this time around, it wants you to select the right one, not the one you rushed to. It doesn't want you making decisions on desperation, but desperation is still out there. So ultimately, it's like, take this slow. This is new for you. This is new. Making decisions this way is new for you. One step at a time. But it's really, things are a lot better. And I know that it's like we could feel this vibe pulling us. Things are better than we think. That's fine. That's beautiful. We don't have to rush to it. We don't have to rush to celebration. We can just sit in the satisfaction and the joy. No hope. Fuck hope. I don't like hope. Satisfaction and joy that today we have everything that we need. And that today we are breathing, we are alive, we will eat, we have a roof over our head. And that today we feel a sense of optimism that is warming us. We feel the warmth in the chillier temperatures. And that is joy. Feel the joy of that. Turn that into joy. Feel joy. Don't feel hope. Hope is deceptive. Because hope is not actually letting you enjoy the moment. It's still thinking of, okay, what am I going to get in the future? And that's the deception, because you're missing the prize that you have right now. You're missing the joy. You're missing the freshness. You're missing the restart. You're missing the sensation of, oh, I see something up ahead. Let me just wonder at the spectacle of what it is, not what I hope it will be. Because that's where disappointment will come again. And we're too smart for that right now. So today I want you guys to focus on sitting in joy. Things are not as bad as they seem, but they're not clearly good. So there's no reason, in fact, it would be incorrect to rush into something. Just because you started over doesn't mean you started fresh. You've started from experience. You know things too well now, one step at a time. That's what I think is happening. Oh, I got to get off. I got to go soon. Let me pull a moon card. Let me pull a moon card for you guys. I'm sorry. I don't mean to rush, but a fiery climax approaches. Okay. So yeah, the truth will come out with loneliness, with something that you have been isolated from. A sense of loneliness, but a climax is approaching. So somebody has been watching you, or you have been watching them at a distance. There has been a separation and a loneliness. It's coming. You don't have to make it come. It will come. It will happen. We have rose quartz, love life in reverse. Both of these were in reverse. Stay strong in your faith in reverse. You've lost some sort of faith in your connectivity with somebody else. Let's read them upright. New or renewed romantic love is here for you, which is something you've lost faith in. Stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. I don't think it's in reverse to say that it's not going to happen. I think we have to look at our optimism in a different way. Stop being optimistic, hopeful. Start being optimistic, joyful. Just enjoy what is happening right now and don't expect anything in the future, so that the future has time to draw itself and create itself and manifest itself without your hopes and expectations getting in the way. You know, it's like, I'm a tarot card reader. So I give somebody good news, and sometimes good news is the worst news you could give to somebody because they stop working. They think, okay, it's done. And oh my God. And they just start making plans based on the little piece of information that you've given them. Stop. Let it play out. Go back to where your life is now. Use that as a serenity factor of good stuff is coming. And nothing more. Just be like, okay, I can breathe a little bit easier. Like, don't let your expectations get in the way, because they could still trip you up. Archangel Raphael says, I feel yourself surrounded by my emerald green light. I, Archangel Raphael, offer you healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine eternally bright. Trust. Don't have hope. Trust. Allow. Let God keep leading you. Inspiration. A new idea comes to you like a gentle whisper inside your heart. Listen and take action. This is inspiration from high above. Start to act. Start to live by that trust. If you trust that God is sending you something good, then live like it's a reality. Don't hope as in, oh, I'll see it when I believe it in the future. No, live and trust. It's already here. Trust, like I said, trust that light is there and it's not going anywhere. I don't have to rush to it. I trust it. If I trust it, I don't have to rush to it. The truth is, hope is deceptive because we're rushing to something because we really don't believe in it. Believe in it. Show that you have trust. Surrender. There is no point in pushing the barrel up such a steep hill. Go back to the start. Surrender your expectations. There is an easier way. When the time is right, a new path will appear. Trust. And with that, I got to go. I love you guys so much. And I hope that you are able to get on here tomorrow with me sometime. I'll probably be toward the afternoon again tomorrow. But thank you so much. I love you guys. And I will talk to you tomorrow.